Eco-Atlantic Oil and Gas has just floated on the London Stock Exchange, having already been a listed company on the Venture Exchange in Toronto. In its listing on Wednesday in London, it raised just over £5 million. The oil and gas exploration company has offshore licenses in highly prospective regions in South America and Africa. Gil Holzman is the chief executive, and he joins us now. Gil, welcome. Congratulations, first of all, because you were there yesterday with your partner Tullow. We'll talk a little bit more about your partnership with Tullow in just a minute. But first of all, why London after many years of having had a good listing in Toronto? I know you're keeping that listing, of course.
Yes, we are keeping this listing, and thank you very much for welcoming me, Jeremy. London was a natural move for us. First of all, there's a much broader investors base here, be it institutionals and retail. They are more sophisticated, they understand oil and gas exploration in new frontier, pure exploration, international. Of course, our partnership with Tullow, our very strong partnership with Tullow, is something that appeals to the market here a bit more than in Toronto. Tullow is the darling of London Stock Exchange for many years for oil and exploration and production. And we saw a lot of interest from various UK investors to come into the name, and we decided to make it easier for them, and we came over there.
Yeah, now I should emphasise you are just an exploration company, aren't you?
At the moment.
At the moment, I know with hopes to produce sometime in the next year or so. First of all, this £5 million, it goes into the balance sheet, obviously strengthens things at the company. What are you proposing to do with it?
We decided, together with Tullow as our partner in Guyana, in South America, to jumpstart an extensive and enhanced 3D program. We're going to shoot seismic this coming spring, whereas we only need to do it under the license in 2019. The recent huge discoveries of oil by ExxonMobil and partners Hess brought us to decide that we would like to start with the exploration as soon as practically possible. We already have our targets there. We would like to cover the entire block with extensive 3D, 2,000 square kilometers. We will start coming spring, probably in April. So by the end of the year, we will be hopefully drill ready. And this is a very, very good push for our exploration efforts together with Tullow.
How does the Tullow relationship work? I mean, you've got this $5 million. How much of that are you going to have to pay? How much is Tullow paying? What's the proportion in terms of presentation?
It depends. We have two blocks that we operate together. In Namibia, we are the operator. Tullow is our partner. In Guyana, Tullow is the operator. We are their partner. In Guyana, for example, they have 60% of the block. We have 40% of the block. However, they carry us for the first 1,000 square kilometers of the seismic, so we would basically need to contribute our second 1,000 square kilometers 40%. In Namibia, we already completed the 3D survey. It's fully interpreted. We applied for drilling permits. Hopefully we'll get them in the mid 2017, and then together with the other partner Azimuth Group and Tullow, we will decide exactly when is the right time to drill. We are carried by Tullow on most of the well over there as well, so this is why we didn't need a lot of money. We don't need to put our money into actual drilling at the moment, and therefore the £5 million, which we are very happy to raise, we were only after 2 or 3. The £5 million will be more than sufficient for us to complete our work program over the course of 2017 and 2018 and gear up for drilling.
Okay, let's take a look now at some of the headlines we're expecting this year to show the progress is being made. On the first day of trade, I think your stock rose 12%, and you say you listed at a higher price anyway in the first case. What should you be telling investors? What do investors want to know to see that you're making progress?
Now it's the time to take the money and together with the partners to put it to actual work. We're going to start the 3D campaign in Guyana. We already know what we're looking for, so we're going to have a quick look at the targets over there. We will process and interpret the seismic program, and as I said, we will gear up for drilling. Hopefully by the end of the year we will be drill ready or target ready. In parallel, there will be a lot of activity in the area outside of our block. Exxon is still drilling over there for more exploration wells. They recently had another discovery of, we estimated at half a billion barrels just 3 or 4 weeks ago. So the area is going to be very, very active, both for ourselves and for the neighbors. And we're going to see a lot of activity over there, farm out activity, more names coming into the area. It's going to be a very, very interesting year.
How about the progress in Africa?
So in Africa, we are even more mature than in Guyana. In Guyana, we only got the block a year ago. In Africa, we hold it. In Namibia, we hold it for the past 4.5–5 years, together with Tullow and with Azimuth Group. Over there, we have two blocks, one with Tullow that is already 3D covered, and the interpretation is very much completed, so we know where are the targets. This is why we applied for drilling permits, and we started the environmental impact assessment survey. The same goes to the next block, Guy block, which we hold together with Azimuth, fully covered by 3D. We see the targets, we applied for drilling permits, so I believe that by mid-2017 we will be drill ready, and then it's only a commercial and a technical decision by the partners when exactly to go ahead and drill it.
Ultimately, when you prove up and you get this ready for production, is it the intention of Eco Atlantic to sell on, or will you go through and fully produce?
Our strategy right from the outset was very, very clear. We come in very early into prospective oil basins in stable jurisdictions. We get a petroleum agreement that can last for 8 to 10 years. We take a big equity in every block to start with, and then we partner with our mid-tier and bigger companies to help us carry on the work both from a technical aspect and from a financial aspect. We would be very comfortable to remain with anything between 20 to 30% of each of our blocks eventually later down the road upon the first discovery. So this is, in a nutshell, this is our strategy. We will be there to see the oil flowing from our wells.
Yeah, and do you have your eyes on anything else coming up? Do you want to expand outside of that by acquisition or other means?
We are considered to be quite an entrepreneurship company. Even in the downturn of the oil prices, I remember oil at 27 a year ago, we were actively pursuing additional opportunities. I can tell you that as we speak right now, we do have our eyes on additional opportunities that will somewhat duplicate the strategy, come in early, partner with the big boys, and move on towards hopefully discovery and production.
Expanding areas you're in already or outside of the continents we've spoken about?
We like the Atlantic margin. We know what we're looking for. We're looking for all kind of tubular plays and canyons and fen plays. But we are, naturally it's easier to work in those areas that you already established. But we do look in other places in the Atlantic margin.
We'll see what happens. But Gil, in the meantime, thanks for dropping by, taking
Thank you
us through this new listing that we've seen in London for Eco Atlantic Oil and Gas. That's Gil Holzman. He's the Chief Executive.